Bettina Ortiz. Why Mina was not accustomed to waiting a former Miss Venezuela and Miss Universe runner-up, of course. The exceedingly bronze, strawberry blonde was these days the wife of Miami Auto Parts tycoon Herman Ortiz. Why Mena, and at every restaurant she chose to grace with her presence. She was always greeted with reverence and whiskey to exactly table she desired today. She wanted a corner table on the terrace of sip her favorite lunch spot on Harbor Islands. She wanted to sit on one of the comey orange canvas director chairs and stare out at the gentle lapping turquoise water while eating her Caesar salad, but there was a large noisy group taking up the entire terrace and they did not seem in much hurry to leave. Bettina pointed as she glared at the tourists happily savoring their lunch in the sun. Look how tacky they were, the woman, overly tanned, wrinkled and saggy, none of them properly lipped or botoxed. She felt like walking up to their table and handing out her dermatologist a business card, and the men were even worse, all dressed in all rumpled shirts and shorts, wearing those cheap straw hats sold at the trinket shop on Domore Street. Why didn't such people have to come here? The 3.5 mile long paradise with its pristine pink sand beaches was one of the best kept secrets in the Caribbean, a haven for the very rich, filled with quaint little wood houses painted in a shade of herbage. Charming Botoki's chic oceanfront mansion turned into inns in five-star restaurant to rival Estee Bart's. To, tourists should have to take a style exam before being allowed to sit put on the islands. Feeling that she had been patient long enough, Bettina stormed into the kitchen, the springy on her crotcheted Pucci kaftan top shaking furiously as she made a beeline for the woman with the shock of pixie cut blonde hair manning the main stove. Julia, honey, what's the diallo? I waited more than 15 minutes for my table. Bettina signed to the owner of restaurant. Sorry, Bettina, it's been one of those days. The party of 12 on the terrace show up first just before you did, Julie replied as she handed off a bowl of spicy couch chili to waiting server. But the terrace is your prime spot. Why on earth did you let those tourists take up all the space? Will the tourists in the red fishing cap in the look of Glencoria his party just voted over from Windermere, that is Royal Huisman. You see more of the coast. Is not it the most handsome sailboat you ever seen? More of the coast. Is not it the most handsome sailboat you ever seen? I'm not impressed by big boats. Bettina Hafid, old to sick flickering. She was rather impressed by people with big titer from the kitchen window. She surveyed the party assembled on the terrace with new eyes. These aristo British type were such a strange breed. Sure they had their Savile Row suit and their heirloom tiaras, but when they traveled, they looked at a painful Pompey. It was only then the Bettina noticed 3-ton we-built men and fitted with t-shirt and black Kevlar pants sitting at the adjustment table. The guys were not eating but sat watchfully sipping glass of seltzer water. I assumed that the Duke security details. They could not be more obvious, don't they know that we're all billionaires here on Berlin and this is not how we roll, Bettina toted. Actually, those bodyguards belong to the Duke's special guests. They did a whole sweep the restaurant before the party arrived. They even searched my walk-in freezer. See the Chinese fellow seated at the end of the table. Bettina squinted through her Dior Extase sunglasses at the portly, balding 70-something Asian man dressed in a nondescript white short sleeve gold ship and gray trouser. Oh, I did not even notice him. I'm supposed to know who he is. That Afid Chang, Julie said in a husband tone. Bettina giggled. He looks like